Hey everyone, welcome to Fade to Black. My name is Matt Allen, and this is the first Fade to Black video I've made in probably forever. In fact, I don't even remember the last time I made any sort of video in the longest time, but I figured I got a lot of time in my hands, a lot of things I want to talk about, so might as well make one. And, not to mention, this Fade to Black video has my actual face in it. That's right, this face with this voice together at the same time. For you, the future is now. So yeah, it's pretty epic. This one doesn't have all the same bells and whistles as the other one did. I don't have like all the professional mics and studio stuff that I had before, but it's just me talking, and sometimes that's just better. As they say in Klingon, which also means smaller quality in video is better. Anyway, there's a lot I want to talk about. Some things are very serious, some things are not serious at all, and yeah, you just take your pick. I have a lot of time on my hands because I broke my foot. That's right, I broke my foot at a show, so I'm just kind of stuck at home. So I figured might as well talk about all the stuff that's been rounding around in this bad boy, and we can have some fun. Awesome. It was freaking sick. That's all I have to say about that. The friend zone is something that I've heard more and more about lately, even though that this phenomenon has been around since man and woman and more attractive man and more attractive woman have been around on this planet. But I think the easiest way to explain this thing for those of you who don't know is to look to Disney with their classic example of what a friend zone relationship looks like. Let's take a look. The friend zone is a very real place, you guys. It exists, it's out there, and people are in it. Despite how many claims of women and even some guys will be like, no, the friend zone doesn't exist. It's not a real place. You guys are just being stupid. No, the friend zone exists. A lot of those people who tell you that have just never visited. Now, me personally, I'm a resident in many different friend zone regions across the world. But you know what? I'm not upset about it, because the reason why people are upset about it is because they don't know why they're there. And for some reason in mainstream culture, the friend zone phenomena is being exclusively given to women. Like women are the only ones friend zoning anyone. I can tell you for a fact that I have friend zoned more women than I am currently in a friend zone with. So that in itself should tell you something. It all comes down to honesty. We as a population of the world need to start being less sensitive and more honest. I don't like girls who look like Rosie O'Donnell. That's real life. And they are friend zoned with me until their situation changes. I'm a big dude. I understand that. Not everybody likes the big lovin'. I know I look good. I know other people think I look good. But if you don't think I look good, I can understand why you friend zone me. And I'm not going to be upset about that. But for some reason, we feel like we can't tell people that because we don't want to hurt their feelings. Imagine this. Let's say you're at home, you get up and you try to go somewhere, and then all of a sudden you're whisked away to some place where you have no idea why you're there, and anytime you ask why or try to leave, they tell you, well, I just can't really see you being anywhere else. Is that okay? No, it's not okay. You'd be frustrated. You'd say, why am I here and why can't I leave? We need to start communicating why we're friend zoning people. That way they are not constantly trying to break out and they can just accept where they're at in life. Boom, shakalaka. I tried, guys. I tried to like it. I did whatever I could to like this movie. I ran around the street punching people in the face just to invoke some kind of emotion about this movie, and the best I got was, That was the best I got. That was the best I could come up with. It was great acting by everyone involved. Every speech that Bane gave was amazing. Anne Hathaway did an amazing job as Selena Kyle. Christian Bale, always very good. Alfred made me choke up in all of his scenes. The acting, Jim Gordon stole the show the whole time. Joseph Gordon-Levitt was amazing. All the acting was great. but you can only polish up a horse turd but so much, and that's what this movie was. A giant steaming horse turd on what normally was a great trilogy that could have been amazing, and it was just like, there we go, that's the end of the movie. Now here's a couple of reasons why I didn't like it, and once again, this is my opinion. If you love the movie, then hey, you go ahead, girlfriend, you love the movie. But me, I didn't like it, and these are the reasons why. First reason why I didn't like it, Bane. Bane was not Bane. He was some dude in a Darth Vader mask that sounded like Sean Connery, but that was pretty much it. Like, he was not Bane. Now, in Batman and Robin, that horrible, horrible movie, that guy wasn't Bane either. It was just some big brute. Blah, 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 blah. That was it. But the real Bane, if you read Nightfall, he's not only smart, but he's strong, and he's powerful, and he's cunning. He beats Batman both mentally and physically, and that's the whole point of Bane. He's really awesome. But the one thing they left out in this movie was the one thing that makes Bane Bane. Because Batman has a lot of smart supervillains. And if they needed a smart supervillain to take over Gotham, they could have used anybody. But they chose Bane because he breaks the bat. But the reason why he breaks the bat is called Venom. And I hear so much like, oh, but Matt, Venom's not realistic. And you can't have it in this trilogy because this is supposed to be realistic. There is a bat plane, guys. There is a bat plane that's shooting rockets out everywhere, and there's a bat ejection motorcycle pod that runs on a 30-degree axis. Like, realistic? Let's stop pretending like that needs to happen. It's Batman. It's a man who runs around in a bat costume. Realistic? We could just take that away because we're talking about a superhero. They had fear gas in the first movie. Like, there's no such thing as panic gas that makes you see crazy things. So they could found a way to make Bane Bane. The whole point of Bane is the venom. It makes a smart man stronger so he can beat up Batman. That's like if I made a movie with the Riddler and didn't tell any riddles. His character never told any riddles. It'd be like if I made a movie about the Penguin and had him in a giant chessboard and have him run around throwing pineapples at people. It doesn't make any sense because the character is not the character. The Joker was the Joker, Ra's al Ghul was Ra's al Ghul, freaking Scarecrow was Scarecrow, Selina Kyle was Selina Kyle, Bruce Wayne was Bruce Wayne, Alfred was Alfred, Jim Gordon was Jim Gordon, and Bane was just some dude. So it's like we could have found a way to make Bane Bane. Second thing I didn't like about the movie was the ending. Spoiler alert! I'm gonna stop this whole thing and make a big spoiler alert slide. So if you, I dropped something. That was how much the spoiler alert's happening. So don't listen if you haven't seen the movie. The ending of Batman was messed up for two reasons. One, Batman kills people at the end of the movie. Like, I don't think people realize that as they were watching it, but he straight up gunned down two people at the end of that movie, and no one says anything about it. The whole point of Batman is he doesn't kill. Like, he's a superhero, and he's angry, and he's all, you killed my parents, but like, he never kills anybody. That's his whole thing. But at the end of this movie, he's in his unrealistic bat plane, and he's just shooting the mess out of this truck. Granted, the truck has a nuclear bomb in it, but there's a guy driving and a girl inside, and he takes his giant Gatling gun and shoots the mess out of it. Like, he Rambos the crap out of that truck. It's gone. It's like, the guy's like, no, I have a family, and he shoots him and he kills him in the truck. The guy's dead. He gets shot. He's dead in the truck. Then the truck has an accident, not because, oh, I hit a turtle or something stupid like that. It gets shot up by the Batman, and it has an accident causing Talia al Ghul to die. So at the end of this movie, Batman's just like, I'm gonna kill two people. And if you think about it, at the beginning of the movie where Catwoman was straight up murdering people, he was like, no killing, no guns. And then at the end of the movie, he's like, about that, I'm just gonna freaking kill him because I don't got time for this. We gotta wrap this movie up. It was stupid. It wasn't Batman. It was annoying. I didn't like that. And then, so fast forward to a little bit after that, Batman blows up. Everyone thinks, oh, Batman saved the world by blowing up. They have a statue of him at the end. It's great. But also, Bruce Wayne dies. And now you would think, oh, well, that happens because Bruce Wayne is Batman. Except for nobody knows that Bruce Wayne is Batman. Except for Jim Gordon, Selena Kyle, and now this random police officer that figured it out because you were sad and I was sad, and that must mean you're Batman. But whatever, let's just pretend like Joseph Gordon-Levitt is a super detective, and seeing someone upset automatically means they're a crime-fighting vigilante. But Bruce Wayne is dead and Batman is dead. And then at the end of the movie, Alfred goes to a French cafe, and there is Bruce Wayne chilling with Selena Kyle, just chilling. They're eating food, the waiter's coming over to them and talking to them, and they're just living life, and Alfred's like, yes, this was my dream. This is what I wanted to see. You were happy, Mr. Wayne. I'm so happy. Does anyone notice that Bruce Wayne's supposed to be dead in this? Like, he had a will, and all this stuff went to places. Like, the world thinks Bruce Wayne is dead, and now he's just chilling on the French Champs-Élysées like it's no big deal. If Bill Gates died and showed up in France, people would know. Like, people would think about it. And it's not like he's Bill Gates, some like nerdy looking dude. He's the hottest and richest man in the world, has died, and now has showed up in France with a woman who's killed people. Like, Catwoman was shooting jack people. She was killing them. He's chilling with a murderer, just eating lunch like it's no big deal, and no one's taking his picture, no one's saying anything. Faking your death is a federal offense. So, like, the fact that Bruce Wayne is still alive, and it's not like he can pretend like he's not Bruce Wayne because freaking he looks like Bruce Wayne, he's not doing anything to hide it. He takes crazy trips to France all the time. So, like, what the heck is up with the ending? The whole ending, and then Joseph Gordon-Levitt is like, well, I guess I'm gonna be Batman now, or I'm gonna be Robin, or whatever the crap that was supposed to be. It was like Christopher Nolan was like, I'm gonna do my very best to just F up the end of this movie so that when the producers are gonna try to make more money off of my trilogy, they're gonna have to really, really pull it out of their butt in order to make another movie, which I guess I can understand. But as a viewer, as a comic book fan, and as a great fan of the first movie, it was dumb. I just now realized how long this video is. It's almost like 12 minutes. So I'm gonna stop right now, break it into 2 parts, and you guys can watch the second part if you feel like it or on your own time, whatever. But thanks for watching. My name is Matt, and fade to black.